Welcome to QuizMe, presented by CNC. On today's show, our last quarterfinal, as the team from Cedars Christian takes on Hart Highlands. Let's head to the CKPG studios and join Quizmaster Catherine Henson.
Welcome to a second round QuizMe matchup. Let's get straight to the questions. We'll start off with snappers. Paris is the capital of which country? Hart Highlands.
France.
Correct. Geppetto, the woodcarver, created which fictional little boy? Hart Highlands.
Pinocchio.
Correct. Complete this adage. A stitch in time. Hart Highlands.
Saves 9. A stitch in time saves 9.
Yes. A group of cows is called a what? Hart Highlands.
A herd.
Correct. What is the comparative form of good? Cedars.
Great.
No. Hart Highlands?
Better.
Yes. In Canada, about 65% of our Aboriginal peoples are First Nations, while only 4% are Inuit. What group makes up the other 30?
The Métis.
Yes. This mountain range dominates Europe and straddles France, Italy, and Switzerland. Cedars.
The Alps.
Correct. An object in motion tends to stay in motion due to what force? Cedars.
Gravity.
No, not the answer we're looking for. Hart Highlands.
Inertia.
Correct. Our first video question of the game is hosted by a QuizMe alumni.
Hi, I'm Kirsten, and I was on the Glenview QuizMe team. My question for you is, the Haida Nation's traditional home is on which group of islands?
Hart Highlands.
Haida.
Yes. The score after our first set of questions: Cedars Christian at 20, Hart Highlands at 70. Join us for more QuizMe after this break.
QuizMe, presented by CNC, is brought to you in part by Diversified Transportation for all your transportation needs, bringing our communities safely home. QuizMe, presented by CNC, brought to you in part by Joey's Restaurant, a tasty little place for seafood.
Let's meet today's teams. From Cedars Christian, we have Kate, Justin, and Dawson. And from Hart Highlands, Logan, Garnet, and Ava. And our judge for today's match is Todd Whitcomb from UNBC. Time now for theme questions. These are a series of questions on the same topic. In the following questions, sort these supervillains into their respective universe, DC or Marvel. Dr. Octopus, Hart Highlands.
DC.
No. Cedars.
Marvel.
Correct. Red Skull. Hart Highlands.
Marvel.
Yes. The Joker. Hart Highlands.
DC.
Correct. Lex Luthor. Hart Highlands.
DC.
Yes. The following questions all deal with dams in British Columbia. Built in the 1950s, this dam restricted the flow of the Nechako River and provides power to Kitimat. Cedars.
Site C.
No. Hart Highlands.
The Nechako Dam.
The answer, the Kenny Dam. Controversy has surrounded a dam on the Peace River currently under construction. It is called what? Cedars.
Site C.
Yes. Completed in 1984, the Revelstoke Canyon Dam is located on which river? Hart Highlands?
Fraser.
Sorry, I'll finish the question for Cedars. Stikine, Fraser, or Columbia? Cedars?
Stikine.
The answer, Columbia. The following theme questions all relate to the Arctic. The sun never sets in the Arctic in which season? Hart Highlands?
Summer.
Yes. Which geographic pole is located in the Arctic? Cedars.
The North Pole.
Right. The North Magnetic Pole is not at the North Geographic Pole. Instead, it is found in which country? Hart Highlands?
Greenland.
Sorry, over to Cedars. Would you like to try? Go ahead.
Russia.
Yes. Many Arctic animals have white fur for camouflage. What color is a polar bear's skin? Hart Highlands?
Black. Black.
Yes. For our next video question, we head to the Central Interior Railway and Forestry Museum.
This arm, seen on the penny station, was used to indicate whether a train should stop or continue past a station. What was the name of the piece of equipment that was used to change the direction of the train when it went through a rail junction?
Hart Highlands?
Turntable.
No, not the answer we're looking for. Cedars, would you like to try? Go ahead.
Switch track.
Sorry, the answer we're looking for is simply switch. Our next category of questions is all about science. When it is fall in Canada, what season is it in Australia? Hart Highlands.
Spring.
Yes. Unlike mammals, insects grow in sudden spurts because they must shed their what, Hart Highlands?
Exoskeleton.
Correct. In January of 2019, Health Canada introduced new food groups. 2 of the 3 are protein foods and fruits and vegetables. What is the third? Hart Highlands?
Dairy.
No, I'm sorry. Cedars, would you like to try? Go ahead.
Wheat.
Very close, but the answer we're looking for is grain foods. On the revolution of heavenly spheres demonstrated the planets circle the sun. Who wrote this work? Cedars?
Galileo Galilei.
No, not the answer we're looking for. Hart Highlands, would you like to try? The answer there, Nicholas Copernicus. Organisms which consume both meat and plants are called what, Hart Highlands?
Omnivores.
Correct. The adult human body has 206 bones. Which is the longest? Hart Highlands?
Femur.
Yes. Of chemical, physical, or biological change, what type of change does water undergo when making ice cubes? Cedars?
Physical.
Yes. Marie and Pierre Curie discovered radium and polonium. Polonium is named after which country? Cedars?
Poland.
Yes. Conventionally, your sense of taste is made up of bitter, sweet, sour, and what? Hart Highlands?
Sweet.
No. Cedars?
Spicy.
The answer we're looking for is salt. A video question wraps up the science category presented by Professor Todd Whitcomb.
Which boson was recently discovered at the Large Hadron Collider in Switzerland?
Hart Highlands?
Fractal.
Sorry, incorrect. Cedars? The answer is Higgs. Time now for our image gallery. We'll show you some pictures and ask you questions about them. Unscramble these letters to get a bird which might cross the road. Cedars?
Chicken.
Yes. Although they have spots similar to leopards, their non-retractable claws mean cheetahs have trouble doing what? Hart Highlands?
Climbing.
Yes. Although the origin of the hamburger is controversial, it is most commonly associated with the cuisine of which country? Hart Highlands?
America.
Yes. With an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony, this singer certainly lives up to his name. Hart Highlands.
John Legend.
Right. This majestic mountain is the tallest in the Canadian Rockies.
Mount Robson.
Yes. What day of the week is Vendredi in English? Cedars?
Thursday.
No, I'm sorry, it's not. Hart Highlands?
Friday.
Correct. Evangeline Lilly has joined the Marvel Universe, playing what companion to Ant-Man? Hart Highlands?
The Wasp.
Yes. The latest iteration of the legislative building for the Northwest Territories overlooks a lake in what capital city? Hart Highlands?
Yellowknife.
Yes. The durian is a good source of vitamin C, carbohydrates, and minerals. It is native to what part of the world? Hart Highlands?
South America.
No. Cedars, would you like to try? Go ahead.
Asia.
Yes. Back to snappers now worth 10 points each. What is Ginny Weasley's middle name? Cedars?
Molly.
Yes. Iqaluit is the capital of which Canadian territory? Cedars?
Nunavut.
Correct. What are the first 3 numbers in pi? Hart Highlands?
3.14.
Yes. In chess, which piece is only allowed to move one space at a time? Cedars?
The king.
That's right. Originally introduced at the end of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, which of Harry's children is the main character in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child?
Albus Potter.
Yes, I'll accept that answer. How many years are there in a decade? Hart Highlands?
10.
Correct. If you are using a trowel, watering can, and pruning shears,
Gardening.
yes, you are most likely to be gardening. In what book would you find a boy named Mowgli who is raised by animals? Hart Highlands?
The Jungle Book.
Right. In Solo, a Star Wars story, Hart Highlands?
Han Solo.
Sorry, I'll finish the question for Cedars. In Solo, a Star Wars story, what is the name of the famous run Han completes in about 12 parsecs? Go ahead.
The Kessler Run.
Kessel Run, yes, that's correct. Your heart and lungs are protected by your sternum. And what other bones? Cedars.
Your ribs.
Yes. Which classic adventure novel is a fictional autobiography of a man cast away on a tropical island? Cedars.
Robinson Crusoe.
Right. What early relative to Tyrannosaurus was named for the province of Alberta? Hart Highlands.
Albertosaurus.
Correct. What is the desired effect of drying, freezing, pickling, or smoking a fresh food? Hart Highlands.
Preservation.
Yes. First Nations people refer to their watercraft as canoes. What do the Inuit call their craft? Hart Highlands.
Kayak.
Yes. Which city is the capital of New Brunswick? Hart Highlands.
Fredericton.
Yes. The capital of which ancient civilization was located in Memphis at the tip of the Nile Delta? Cedars.
Ancient Egypt.
Yes. Billy Barker Days are celebrated in which Caribou town? Cedars.
Barkerville.
No, I'm sorry, not the answer we're looking for. Hart Highlands.
Cornell.
That's correct. The score now is Cedars Christian at 190, Hart Highlands at 310. Join us for more QuizMe after this break.
QuizMe, presented by CNC, is brought to you in part by Great White Toys Comics Games. At Great White, it's always a good time to play. QuizMe, presented by CNC, bringing people and potential together for 50 years.
Let's get this round going with more snappers. Mark Ronson and Lady Gaga wrote this #1 hit song for the movie A Star is Born. Hart Highlands.
Shallow.
Yes. To early astronomers, some of the stars looked fuzzy. We now know that many of these are actually what? Cedars.
Planets.
No, not the answer we're looking for. Hart Highlands.
Asteroid.
The answer, galaxies. Which is the highest pitched singing voice? Hart Highlands.
E.
No. Over to Cedars, would you like to try?
The soprano.
Yes. What is the past tense of the verb to kneel? Cedars.
To knelt.
Yes. What do we call planets that orbit stars other than the sun? Hart Highlands. Moving over to Cedars. Go ahead.
Exoplanets.
Yes. In the Chronicles of Narnia, who dies on the stone table and is resurrected? Cedars.
Aslan.
Yes. Tyrannosaurus rex is a Latin name. What is its English meaning? Hart Highlands.
Big lizard.
No, not the answer we're looking for. Cedars, would you like to try?
King of the lizards.
Yes, that's correct. What percentage of the world's total water supply is considered fresh water? Hart Highlands.
20.
Sorry, incorrect. Cedars, would you like to try? Go ahead.
17.
The answer, 3%. There are 3 kinds of lightning: bolt, sheet, and what? Hart Highlands?
Streak.
No. Cedars?
Strike.
The answer, ball. Ariana Grande was once engaged to this actor, known for being Hart Highlands?
Pete Davidson?
Yes. This artist had to postpone some dates of his Man of the Woods tour, including one in Vancouver, due to bruised vocal cords. Who is he? Hart Highlands?
Justin Bieber.
No, I'm sorry. Cedars, would you like to try? Go ahead.
Bruno Mars.
The answer, Justin Timberlake. Now for our next video question presented by a research professor from UNBC.
Hi, my name is Sarah Gray, and I'm a faculty member with the Northern Medical Program at UNBC. My question for you is, insulin is a hormone that helps our body use food to make energy. It is missing in people with diabetes. What organ of the body makes insulin?
Hart Highlands.
Pancreas.
Yes. Time now for the math category. Correct answers are worth 10 points each. What is 63 divided by 7? Hart Highlands.
9.
Yes. When you add numbers, you get a sum. What do you get when you multiply numbers? Hart Highlands.
Product.
Yes. 1 3/4 can be expressed as what improper fraction? Cedars.
5/4.
Sorry. Hart Highlands, would you like to try?
4/3.
The answer we're looking for is 7/4, or 7/4. The prime number closest to 20 is what? Cedars.
19.
Yes. Driving at 40 kilometers per hour for 30 minutes, how far would you go, Hart Highlands?
20 kilometers.
Yes. -3 times -8 results in what product, Hart Highlands?
Positive 24.
Right. 11 minus 7 plus 11 equals what, Hart Highlands?
Minus 7. 15.
Yes. 12 people each buy 7 swans. How many swans were bought, Hart Highlands?
84.
Yes, that's correct. Our next video question is hosted by Joel Ewart, a QuizMe alumni and Paralympic hopeful.
In paranordic skiing events, visually impaired competitors work in tandem with a partner to complete the course. What is this partner called?
Cedars?
The guide.
Yes. Let's test your language skills next with English class. What is the preposition in the sentence, it is not possible to go beyond infinity, Hart Highlands?
Beyond.
Yes. Janine's hair was a golden river. Is this a simile, a metaphor?
Metaphor.
Cedars. Yes. Rearrange the letters in the word ruts to give another name for iron oxide. Hart Highlands.
Rust.
Correct. His mother thought he was perfect. Spell the word perfect. Cedars.
P-E-R-F-E-C-T.
That's correct. Cent or cent. Spell the word that is a unit of money. Hart Highlands.
C-E-N-T.
Yes. A sentence ending in a question mark is a what type of sentence, Hart Highlands?
Interrogative.
Yes. What book series includes The Magician's Nephew, The Silver Chair, Cedars?
The Chronicles of Narnia.
Yes. What is the adjective in the sentence? I like to swim in the clear water at the lake. Cedars?
Clear.
Yes. What literary device is used in this example? I have a ton of homework. Cedars?
A hyperbole.
Yes. What is the adverb in the sentence? Fiercely, the brown bear roared his rage. Cedars?
Fiercely.
Correct. Rearrange the letters in the word relay to get a word indicating a portion of the atmosphere.
Layer.
Yes. When I was younger, I had an imaginary bear as a friend. Spell the word imaginary. Hart Highlands.
I-M-A-G-I-N-A-R-Y.
That's correct. Good team effort. Our last video question of the game is presented by CKPG-TV news anchor Kendall Robertson.
Prince George athlete Brett Connolly made a triumphant return in August 2018 when he brought this coveted trophy to our city.
Cedars?
The Stanley Cup.
That's right. We'll finish up the game with snappers, 10 points for each. Ottawa is the capital of which country, Hart Highlands?
Canada.
Yes. What story features a lion, a scarecrow? Hart Highlands?
The Wonderful Wizard of Oz.
I'm sorry, I can't accept that answer. Cedars?
The Wizard of Oz.
Yes. Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Sudan, and Hart Highlands?
Middle East. Countries in the Middle East.
I'm sorry, I'll finish the question for Cedars. Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and Sudan surround which sea? Cedars?
The Mediterranean Sea.
The answer we're looking for is the Red Sea. Of the Atlantic, Indian, or Pacific Ocean, which is the largest? Hart Highlands.
Atlantic.
No. Cedars?
Pacific.
Yes. What's unique about a rodent's teeth? Hart Highlands.
They constantly grow.
Yes. On which continent would you find Mount McKinley? Hart Highlands.
North America.
Correct. The golden egg was laid by what sort of storybook bird? Cedars.
A goose.
Right. Where would you go to see dinosaur skeletons in Prince George? Hart Highlands.
The exploration place.
Right. North of Nunavut, you would find which ocean? Cedars.
The Arctic Ocean.
Yes. If you were using a saw, hammer, and nails, what activity are you likely doing? Hart Highlands.
Woodwork.
Yes. Of 13, 121, or 173, how many moons in total circle the 8 major planets in the solar system? Hart Highlands.
123.
I'm sorry. Cedars, would you like to try? Go ahead.
181.
The answer we're looking for is 173. How many bits are there in a byte? Hart Highlands?
1,000.
Sorry, incorrect. Cedars?
100.
The answer is 8. Canadian coins include the loonie and the toonie. What did these coins replace? Hart Highlands.
$1 and $2 bills.
Yes. In what city would you find the Eiffel Tower? Hart Highlands.
Paris.
Yes. Who lives in a trash can on Sesame Street? Cedars.
Oscar the Grouch.
That's correct. And that was our last question of the game. We'll be back after a break.
QuizMe, presented by CNC. The UNBC video questions are brought to you by the University of Northern BC. Visit us at unbc.ca. QuizMe, presented by CNC, bringing people and potential together for 50 years.
Our judge has confirmed the final score. We have Cedars Christian at 380, Hart Highlands at 530. Thanks so much to Kate, Justin, and Dawson from Cedars Christian for a great game. And congratulations to Logan, Garnet, and Ava from Hart Highlands. They'll be moving on to another round of QuizMe.
Hart Highlands wins this week's game, and they move on to the next round. Join us on our next show for our first semifinal as the Heather Park Highlanders take on the team from Sacred Heart. QuizMe, presented by CNC.